Hey everybody, I wanted to give you a few quick overviews and tips for the course. First of all, if you haven't done the introduction forum, make sure and do that. That's actually what we're going to base the attendance grade off of for certification of rosters, which basically means if you're on financial aid, you have to attend your courses. So for an online course, that's the first assignment that we have to do so that we can use that. So make sure to do it. When you log into the course, you'll scroll down and you will see down introductory form. Click in there and you can add a new post to introduce yourself. There's information about what all kinds of things you can include in there. But I wanted to show you a few things besides that. First, make sure and read the syllabus. So when you're logged in the course, click on that big blue button. It'll open a new tab. Make sure and read through this. I'm not going to read through all of it right now, but I will tell you a couple key things. One, you will need the book. Here's the textbook information. It's actually assignments due Monday, August 22nd, so make sure and get that book as soon as possible. Shoot me an email or text me if you don't have the book and you're not going to have it and you're not really sure how you're going to do this class, because we need to get you lined out on how you're going to get the book. Also, here's the learning outcomes and objectives. So this is the stuff that you'll take away from the course. Make sure that you read this getting started. You need to read the syllabus, what we're looking at. Look under the help and FAQs that are on the main page. Do that introduction forum. Make sure and read the chapter of your textbook before you start the assignments. That makes a big difference. Then get started in the class. After you do the introduction form, I'm going to go back here in a minute and I'll show you what your next step should be. I'm going to show you a little bit about the grading scale. Some assignments will be graded with a rubric, and you'll see those when you click on the assignment to add your submission, which a lot of times will be an Office file. Then you'll see a rubric and what we're using to grade those classes, or excuse me, those assignments. But some will just be, did you do the steps off the assignment? So if that's the case, then if you did say 9 out of 10 steps, then you'll get a 90. That's how your grade's structured on those. For the course, there are 16 assignments or 10 points. Forums, sorry about that. Forums, 10 at 10 points apiece, where you go in and post about a topic and interact with students in the class. I'll be in there as well. There's 10 quizzes, and then one final exam that's comprehensive worth 220 points. So if you get this many points, you get an A. Between these 2 points, you'll have a B. So there's your percentages, and you can always check the grade book. They can get you from the main part of the class. Make sure and read all this stuff. I'm not going to read through all of it, but you do need to know all. So make sure and go back and look at it. For now, I'll jump back to the main part of the course. Over here on the right, you'll see upcoming events, which should always have what you have coming up due in the course. So you can see we have assignment due Monday the 22nd. So to see that assignment, as you scroll down the course, it's set up in sections. You can see the assignment due dates here. That'll open up. It's another link to the syllabus. The course email is here, or at the very top of the course in the header. You can click on the course email there. Also, there's my cell phone number. If you want to call or text me, feel free to do so. I'm at the college Monday through Friday, usually 8 to 5. So you can stop by my office at 8:13 if you want, or shoot me an email, text me, call me, whatever it takes. As you scroll down the course, there's the due dates we talked about, the syllabus, the course email. There's a news forum that I'll post, and then I'll also post messages up here at the top of the course as well, so you'll see them when you log in. Course forums where you can ask questions about assignments. That will give other students an opportunity to help you out, and then I'll also be in there to post one and give you some guidance as well. Some FAQs. The first thing that you need to do, if you don't have Office 2013 on your computer, you need to go, if you haven't already opened your student email, go back to your dashboard. At the very bottom, make sure on the student only block to click on that Pioneer Gmail. That'll open your student Gmail account. You have to do that before you can fill out this form for Office. So you need to be checking that email anyway, because instructors and financial aid might email you there. But then, if you don't have Office 2013, click on this. It'll ask you to fill out a form, and then usually within about a day you'll get an email from Microsoft saying here's a username and password and a link to go to download Office 2013. As long as you have a student email account, that Office 2013 will work free from the school, so make sure and get that installed. Now, if you already have Office 2013, do not install that one. And if you already have Office 2016, I'm recommending not installing 2013, but contact me. I want you to know that if you have 2016, I don't want to mess up that install, but you may the book's set up with 2013, so there may be a few differences, so just make sure that you're aware that there could be a little different, and then contact me if you have any problems, and I'll help you work through how to do things one-on-one. So there's the introductory form. You need to do that first thing, after fill out that form, second thing, and then as you scroll down, you'll see this is all set up with Part 1 and Part 2. The book has 2 separate parts. It's basically 2 books sandwiched together. It's a little bit confusing. Part 1 is the computer concepts, which we'll cover, and Part 2 is Microsoft Office. And Part 2, we're just going to, why this keeps bothering me. Part 2, we're going to cover Chapter 6 through 11, which is 2 chapters of Word, 2 chapters of Excel, 2 chapters of PowerPoint, and then the first part of the book is Chapter 1 through 7. We'll cover all of those. which is all computer concepts. So make sure in your book about halfway through it'll say Part 2 Microsoft Office. Now what's confusing about that is it starts out page 1 for Part 1 and goes through pages like 200 somewhere around there, and then it goes to Part 2 of the book and starts with Chapter 1 and page 1 all over again. So make sure if we're working on a Microsoft Word, Excel, or PowerPoint chapter that you're in the second half of the book. Okay, it's kind of confusing, but we're going to jump back and forth between the two parts. There's a good reason. So basically, we'll start off with Microsoft Word. And then after we do 2 chapters of Word, we'll do some concept stuff, and you'll use Word to do your assignments for that. So it's a good reiteration of what we learned in Microsoft Word. That's the button we should click to get rid of that. Alright, so you'll see this is what you should learn from this chapter, where it's found in the book. Again, Part 2, page 157 through 86. There's resources here, including a PowerPoint and some links to some other useful information when you click in there. And then you'll see your assignment and then our first discussion thread. Now there is 10 different forms for participation, so make sure you're doing those because they are worth points. So you click on the first assignment, make sure and read Chapter 6 first, and you'll see Chapter 6, Project 3, Formatting with Styles. It's found on page 182. Again, that's Part 2 of the book. And then it says, no, you must complete Projects 1 and 2 prior to Project 3. So in the past, before this course was redesigned, you would do Project 1, submit the assignment. Leave it open, do some more change for Project 2, submit that, leave it open, do Project 3, submit that. So what we're going to do instead is you'll do Project 1 and 2 and then 3 and just submit one submission after you're done with Project 3. When you log in as a student, this looks a little bit differently, but there'll be a button there for you to add a submission, and then you just upload that Word document however it tells you to save it in the book when you get to the page 182 of the book. So you'll do that in Word, submit it back. I will be grading assignments within about a week of the due date, usually sooner than that, so know that you'll get some feedback on your assignments, what you miss if you miss things. After you do the assignment, if you click on the discussion, you'll see here's the topic, share some useful tricks about Microsoft Word. So you have to do one post, at least 2 to 3 sentences, and then 2 responses to classmates, 1 or 2 sentences apiece. That doesn't just need to be, hey, that's a cool tip. Make sure it's something, hey, that's really good because I can see me using that for this. Make sure it has a little bit of substance in there in your reply. It's not just, okay, cool, thanks. So make sure and do that. So you'll get 10 points per forum. There's 6 for the initial post and then 2 for each reply. So make sure you're in there replying as well. I'll be in those forums talking as well. So make sure to do those. After you're done with that, that first assignment and forum are due the 22nd by 5 p.m. Everything will be due by 5. After you're done with that, you'll read Chapter 7 and then keep on going. So this will be Chapter 7, which is the second half of the book. Again, that's the second chapter of Word. Again, you'll have some resources. These are some student files that you'll need to complete these projects down here. So if it says open a certain file or insert a certain picture, those files are in this folder right here. Then you'll go do Chapter 7, Project 2, and it'll say you must complete Project 1 first. So you'll do Chapter 7, Project 1, keep it open, do the set for Project 2, and then upload that file. Then just keep going down the line. After these first 2 chapters, you'll have a quiz for Microsoft Word, Chapter 6 and 7. So that'll be due also the 29th by 5. Scroll down and then you'll see we're going Part 1, which is computer concepts. We'll do some project for that, a discussion forum. So just make sure to be aware that we're jumping between Part 2 and Part 1, because when you do this assignment, Project 4, it'll tell you to make sure and use Microsoft Word to complete the task, okay? So that's why we're kind of jumping back and forth, so you have actually went through Word and you can use that in this assignment. Sorry, I just scrolled really crazy. On the concepts, the Part 1 chapters will have a quiz per chapter. So you'll see this is just for one chapter. The Word chapters are combined for one quiz. Then we'll go Chapter 2, the concept side. We'll have an assignment, discussion, a quiz. And then we'll go back to Part 2. We'll do some Excel chapters, the 2 Excel chapters, and discussion forums. There's not a discussion forum every week, but there's 10 total throughout the course. Then we'll have an assignment and quiz for those 2 combined. We'll go back to concepts, do some concept chapters, and then we'll go back to Office and do PowerPoint. Then, like you guessed, we'll do some concepts and do PowerPoint presentations for this assignment. At the end of the class, if you haven't done so, you'll need to sign up for schedule your proctor exam. This exam will be proctored, and we do that through ProctorU. If you're local, you can use the testing center. ProctorU will do it under, I believe, on your dashboard, under online education. Proctoring and proctor information page. you'll have a button here to schedule an exam, and you can schedule when you want to take that. You don't have to do that immediately, but no, don't wait the day before the final, which is closing December 15th, because they charge you extra if you don't schedule in advance. So it's a good idea to go ahead and schedule that. For the online class, you can do it whenever you want, the week of the 9th through the 15th of December. I know this take you really in advance, but people always get to the very end, schedule the exam, and you have to pay an extra fee if you're using ProctorU. You can use the testing center to do that at WOC campus as well. There's also other institutions and places that you can do proctoring, but no ProctorU is a service we offer. It does have a fee, but you log in with them and they'll do it. So anyway, I wanted to give you a brief overview, and I know that really wasn't brief, but I want you to be successful in this course. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to email me. It doesn't have to just be about the course, about college in general. You don't know who to talk to, you don't know who to call. Let me know. I'll help you out. I don't mind at all whatsoever. Shoot me a text. If you have problems as you're reading through the chapters, you don't understand something, send me an email. That's fine. Also, don't forget that there is that question forum up here so that you can ask questions. Students can get in there and reply to. In fact, I encourage you to do so. Don't forget to fill out that form if you need Office 2013. If you need help getting that installed, don't hesitate to contact me. I can walk you through over the phone what you need to do and make sure and do it. Do not forget to do the introductory form, because that really can. If you're not doing that, just considering you're not attending, if you're not turning something in. And this is the first thing I really base whether or not you're attending class on. After you get done with that, read Chapter 6. Get started on assignments, because this assignment is actually due on Monday, August 22nd, which is a week from yesterday at 5. So make sure to do that. If you don't have the book, there's a copy of it in a library that you can go down there and use, or let me know. Really, I want to make sure everyone at least has a plan for getting a book. Whether or not you have it today is not the biggest thing, but know that once this class gets rolling, there's stuff due every single week, so you need to get it as quick as you can. I know sometimes financial aid doesn't come through right at the very first. Just let me know if you're going to be behind schedule, what your plan is to get a book. Call me, text me, email me, so we can work that out and make sure that I'll still let you turn these in, but you got to make sure that you're working toward getting a book. Again, don't hesitate to call me. Email me, text me, whatever it takes. And my office is 813 if you need anything. I look forward to this semester. I'm glad that you're in this class. Please just don't hesitate to ask questions when you have them, okay? Thanks. Have a good day.